Some big ass houses. Pretty. But why don't I spin you a little tale? The years are adding up. It's going on 3 years that I've been writing, and it's pretty awesome. Caught me by surprise, and I was thinking about all the rides I've been on, all the shit I've been through, and all the shit I've seen, and I was looking back to my first ride, girl clutch ride, first group ride ever. And I thought it was really cool. It's going to be all girls, but I brought a friend, a guy friend, because he was like, all girls, heck yeah. And he asked if he could come along, and he just stayed in the back or whatever and didn't really bug us. It was good. Oh, so good. I'm so glad he came, though, because I didn't know the girls. And there were 1, 2, 3, me, and then my friend. So 5 of us, just a small one. And so we go about, like, I don't know, 45, 50 miles maybe. We're down by Mexico, basically the border to Mexico, and just running along there, Suncoast Highway or whatever it is. Anyways, we're down there in the middle of nowhere, I don't know where, and they just tell me, stay in the rear view mirror, keep up the pace, and whatever. So we get to this gas station, and this girl who came along on the ride had jeans, like these moccasins on, and a plaid shirt. She had a helmet, I believe. So her phone starts blowing up, and then we come to find out we got a little history at the gas. It was her boyfriend's bike, and he was in the Navy, out of town for work, and her only instructions were don't touch the bike, don't touch the bike, don't touch the bike. And so she's on this ride with us, and her phone starts blowing up, and he's like, what are you doing in freaking Mexico? And she's like, no, we're not in Mexico. And he's like, bullcrap, I have you on GPS. He put it on her phone, I guess. He's all, where are you? What are you doing? She's all, riding. He's all, get home right now. He starts freaking out. And she's all, okay guys, sorry, but I gotta go home, and I don't know the directions. And so we planned out where we were gonna go, just a short little detour to get her to the freeway, and we would just like wave goodbye from there. I hope it's not too windy. Anyway, so she's all upset because he yelled at her. Well, duh, the only thing he said was don't touch the bike. Anyways, we're riding along, and the girls didn't lead quite well. I stopped seeing them. They took off on their leader bikes, and they're at the first straight. They just took off and were gone. So there were no turnoffs or forks in the road, and I assumed I would find them eventually. Then I lose the girl behind me on her boyfriend's bike, and my friend who was behind her. Excuse me, coughing. So I finally, after like 20 minutes of catching up to these girls, I think I was going probably like at least 60 through the canyons and whatnot. So it took me forever. They waited at a fork in the road, thank God. And I was like, I have not seen anybody behind me for the past like half an hour, I swear. And they freaked out. And they didn't say anything to me. They just freaking took off and went straight back where we came from. So I'm like, okay, I had to turn around on this road. I ran off the road, almost dropped my bike, doing a U-turn, went into the gravel and stuff. I'm like, all right. So then they take off and just gone. And then we see an ambulance turning down this one road. And then we see a fire truck. And sure enough, we get to the scene, and my friend is sitting there. He's got his bike off to the side and whatnot, and she's talking to the policeman laying in the gutter. So he got all up in her head, made her freak out. A simple corner, and she just went wide and off into a little like 2-foot drop-off ditch. And the thing that was really messed up is that she didn't have a motorcycle license or an endorsement on her license. So she was riding the bike illegally, and we were down in near Mexico. She lived in Temecula, another like 45-50 miles away. So they would have had to tow the truck or the bike all the way home, but since she didn't have her endorsement, they impounded it, and nobody could come and pick it up. Even if they could, the clutch lever was destroyed, as well as shift lever and the clutch lever on the front. So it was toast. Or she went to the hospital just to get checked out into the ER. They didn't arrest her, but still, I'm sure she didn't have a good time. And the boyfriend has to come back and get his bike out of impound and then tow that back somehow on top of all of that stuff. I mean, he made her freaking crash. So that was my first group ride with girls, no less. One of them crashes. Yeah. I've been on many rides where girls and guys have crashed, so shit happens, but that was my very first experience before I had even wrecked on my bike. And so my friend Danny, he took me aside, and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Her boyfriend's gonna kill her. I wish it was me instead of her, because I have like medical insurance and blah blah blah, and and I have the gear. He's just like, stop right there. And he said, get that out of your head. Get all of that, her whole entire crash, that shit just happens, and you need to forget about it, and don't think, what if it was me? And there's nothing that you can do about it. So I had to stop and think for a while. It was more difficult for me at that time to get back on my own bike than it was when I crashed. And I was just so grateful that my bike was still in running order and I didn't have to tow it home, and I was in one piece, so it's weird. That stuff gets in your head. I cannot imagine what it was like when my friend saw me crash. So that's my little tale on my work ride home. I mean, everybody's got stories, and I love it. I literally cannot get tired of talking about motorcycles and stuff, and I want to have different topics for you guys on vlogs, but it just goes on and on and on. Anyways, so ride safe, guys, and crashing, I'm always inspired when somebody in some way to start riding or to get back on. And I know it's hard. It's intense. It's worth it. But riding, I love to share in that with you guys. But okay, I'll stop now. I've just been kind of going on. It's great to have it warm enough and don't have to worry about snow and all of that. And I'm finally back to saving gas money. Oh, kappa. Okay, guys, have a good evening. Thanks for watching.